Welcome everybody, and God bless. You're here in the right place. It is Bob Ross Tribute Day here with Mimosas and Masterpieces. As you come in, if you're new, let us know where you're coming from. If it's the first time joining us tonight, make sure you let us know where you're from. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
Yes, we
celebrating
are.
an icon in the painting world, Bob Ross.
And my idol.
Jennifer's idol. As if you don't already know. If you know Bob Ross, you know what he's about, then it makes clear sense that Jennifer would have him as her idol. We want to thank everybody joining us tonight. We're going to have a wonderful, fun time.
That's right.
As Bob Ross would say, welcome. We're certainly glad you could join us today.
We're always glad you could join us.
I was going to start reading out names like Brandy Barrett from Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
Hi, Brandy.
Amber Morgan from New York, first timer.
Hi, Amber.
Leela Swint is back with us
Hi,
tonight.
Leela.
She says, she said Bob Ross was the OG of ASMR. I knew I should have took some more information on that. Yes, he is the one. He was ASMR before there was ASMR. Hello from Port Hope, Ontario, Canada.
Awesome.
Jennifer
Welcome.
Elaine McGill.
Hi, Jennifer.
Cindy is with us.
Hi, Cindy. Your pictures from today looked amazing.
Dodie Maid.
Dodie, hi.
What are you painting? If you don't know what we're painting tonight, I don't know what planet you've been on.
Stop.
But we're going to paint Bob Ross.
We're going to paint
tonight.
a Bob Ross inspired.
And yes, the video will be up as soon as we're done.
Yes.
We got first timer Gregory Lewis from Columbus, Ohio.
Hi, Gregory.
Aiden, Alex, and Andrew.
Hi,
My
Aiden,
grandsons
Alex,
are
and
watching
Andrew.
and waiting patiently. Sharon,
I love
Kamasi.
that they're all A's. Sorry.
Yes. Heather McGinnis Mayer
Hi, Heather.
from Davis, California.
Welcome back.
Mary Jane Gadallo,
Hi, Mary Jane.
Concepcion
Welcome
from Watertown,
back.
Connecticut.
Welcome, welcome.
First timer Amy Dumont, New Hampshire.
Hi, Amy. Thanks for joining us.
We're glad for everyone joining us for Bob Ross Paint Night. This is going to be a special edition. Jennifer's going to paint it for us.
Yep.
And we're going to try our very best to make Bob proud.
Yes.
The Jeff family, the Jeffy family
The
from
Jeffy
Brunswick,
family.
Ohio.
Yay.
First
Hi,
timers
family.
joining us tonight.
Welcome.
Wonderful, welcome. We've got Trisha Hill, first time from Nebraska.
Hi, Trisha.
Now, for all of the people that are joining us tonight and it's your first time, keep in mind that we're here on this page here on Facebook. And we also have a YouTube channel, which is Mimosas, Masterpieces, one word. You have plenty of beautiful paintings up there that you can join in and watch and paint while you watch the show.
That's right.
We also have kids' paintings. And we've got slideshows that we put up after people send us their photos.
Because we love celebrating you.
And we have a website, mimosasmasterpieces.com. One word. Please join us. And when you go to our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button. All right, are we almost about ready to get started?
I think
I know
we should.
Jennifer would love to paint, but we're going to just have just a little bit more of a tribute to Bob Ross. What we're going to do here is just read a little bit of his bio. Bob Ross, Robert Norman Ross, was an American painter, art instructor, and beloved television host. He was the creator and the host of The Joy of Painting, an instructional television program that aired from 1983 to 1994 on PBS in the U.S., Canada, Latin America, and Europe. You can watch the best of The Joy of Painting now on the All Arts Network. You check with your local cable provider to find out where that show is being played.
I think I need to have you join me.
Yes, I will be joining you in one moment. Just want to read one more thing about Bob Ross. Bob Ross was well known for all of the phrases that he tended to repeat while he was painting, such as, let's add some happy little trees. In a lot of episodes, Ross would note that he enjoyed cleaning his paintbrush. He was fond of drying off that brush, dipped in odorless thinner by striking it against a can of thinner, and then striking it against a box and a trash can. Occasionally, he would strike the brush hard on the trash can and say, hit the bucket, and then on the easel. He would often smile and laugh as he said, beat the devil out of it. He also used a slightly sanded palette to avoid reflections from the studio lighting. Now, just as you all been waiting for, we're going to have Bob Ross join us. It is a pleasure to be here tonight with you, Jennifer. Here, painting with all of your viewers. I have to say, if you like painting with me and the joy of painting, I know there was one caveat that stopped everybody from really, truly enjoying it. And that was trying to paint my paintings within the half an hour that you had to watch the show. Because I was on PBS. They only gave me 30 minutes to do the painting.
It was pretty tough to keep up.
It was pretty tough to keep up. Mark has told me that when he was a little boy, he'd watch the show and he'd get whatever he could to paint with and could never, ever finish a painting because I went too fast and it was only 30 minutes. Now, we move into the future with Jennifer, who has picked up on where I left off, having lots of people wanting to paint and finish a painting at the end of a show. She's figured it out. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Now, PBS is not going to give you an hour and a half and 2 hours to do a painting show. But we figured out that people want to actually finish a painting while they're watching a show.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So Jennifer has picked up on that, and I have to give her congratulations.
Well, thanks.
There is a larger audience because of me. There is a larger audience because of me that wants to actually paint. So I didn't bring my palette today because I have the second best thing that I loved so much when I was on that show. This is my brush of approval. You know, if you ever watched any of my shows, if I like something, I would always give it a whack with my brush. Something that I endorse, I'll give it a whack with my brush. It's really something that I want to give my approval for, I give it a whack with my brush. So I just want to say, thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome. Jennifer's going to have a wonderful time showing you how to paint one of
Our
my
landscapes.
influenced paintings.
That-
I'm very honored that you just decided to do this painting tonight. Very good taste.
Thank you.
Some happy little trees in the background on the side with some happy snow.
Happy stuff.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, could you pick that up for me over there, right there, right down here in the bottom here? Could you reach down?
I don't know what you want.
I just wanted to give another tap of approval. She's really, really good at what she does. I've been reading a lot of the comments. I've been looking at this. I've been looking at these two here doing their thing week in, week out with you people. And matter of fact, I got to give you guys the most
Crazy
approval.
rascal.
The most approval comes to you. You get a smack. Very good. I really have to say, you have a wonderful audience. They're full of creativity, great ideas. They're very, very gracious. They donate. They do a lot of things with you. I'm very, very impressed.
All right, Bob. Let's move it along. We're on a time constraint here.
Everyone have a great time tonight. I'm going to be sticking around and watch with Mark right here in the background. We're going to have some trivia about me. We're going to have some did you knows about me. Just have a fun time. Enjoy painting. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you all.
Thanks for coming back for us for a little while, Bob. Oh my God.
All right.
I think that deserves another sip of whatever I'm drinking right now. Holy moly.
Have a seat right here. Have a seat right here. That was awesome. Thank you, Bob. All right. Are you ready to rock and roll, Jennifer?
Phew. For those of you that don't know us, did we mention that we're mimosas and masterpieces? I'm not even sure anymore.
Why? What happened?
I'm Jennifer. Mark, Bob,
Yep, sitting right here next to me.
is now behind the camera, behind the computer. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for joining us today. Let's go over your supplies and get moving for you.
Well, that's right. You're not going to use any oil. You're going to use acrylics.
No, I am
well,
not.
that's just as fine. That's okay.
I am not a fan of oil paints. As much as I love Bob Ross, I was not a fan of oil paints. It's also
Bob,
not
she's not an oil painter. No.
not conducive to a show like this. So here we go. So I have my canvas held portrait style. You can change it however you want. My acrylics tonight. Acrylics. Primary colors, just the primary, nothing fancy. Red.
Wait, you don't have nothing fancy? Wait, come on. You don't have any cadmium yellow?
No.
You don't have any titanium white?
Well, titanium white maybe.
How about dark sienna? You have dark sienna.
We have red, yellow, blue, black, white, and I do have a burnt sienna.
Blue?
Or burnt
Blue?
umber.
Is that phthalo blue?
Oh my gosh.
No? How about alizarin crimson?
All right, Bob. Shh.
Nothing like that?
Zip it. 3 brushes I'm using tonight. A 1-inch flat or a wash brush, a medium round brush, and then a smaller tiny brush for some of those little
He's flicking his
details.
brush back here. He just got me wet.
Good. See? That's what happens.
He just got me, Bob.
A cup of water to rinse. I have paper towels to dry. I have a very strong drink tonight. It looks like I'm going to need it. Hopefully you guys have one too.
He's back here flicking his brush.
All right. Let's get started. Before we get started, 2 things. The very first thing is it's not about the paint on the canvas for us. It is about making you laugh, and I think we nailed that today. It's about making sure you smile, have a good time. It's your self-care time. It is just downtime for you, your friends, your family, whether it's by yourself or with a group. Doesn't matter. You're always painting with friends when you're painting with us. And my painting is not going to look like my painting.
And your painting is not going to look like my painting.
One of the things that Bob used to say that I wasn't actually very fond of was something about how if you don't like what you don't like what you did, good, then you can make it better. Or you can, whatever, toss it aside, do it better next time.
I did say that. Yes, I did.
We love to have you use your creativity, okay? Yes, we all grow and change. We all have different ways about what we do. So that goes for instructors, all of us individuals. So let's get started. Enough jibber jabber. All right.
Melody Allen says, can you go over the brushes again?
Yes. Nothing fancy, guys. I'm not using anything fancy. 1-inch wash brush or flat brush. Okay. Medium round brush. You probably don't even really need this teeny tiny brush for little details. We don't have very many details today. So we're going to use 2 main brushes, the large flat and then this kind of medium round. Okay?
All right.
All right, we're going to start with that large flat brush, rinsed and dried. And we're going to come right up to our canvas. I'm going to start with, hi Rascal, you're going to have to lay down, buddy.
Oh, that's your dog, Rascal.
Rascal.
He's a beautiful dog.
We're going to start with that large flat brush. I'm going to take a corner of yellow and a corner of white. We're going to blend right on canvas. Corner of yellow, corner of white. I'm going to come right across the top edge of my canvas, so top edge, and we're going to bring that down about 1 inch. Maybe 2 inches. Let's go 2 inches.
Very good, very good.
So horizontal brush strokes all the way across.
Now, see what I like about you so much, Jennifer, is that you paint paintings for all skill levels. So that means somebody who's a trained artist or somebody who's not ever painted before can all join in and be a part of your show.
That is true.
My show, you had to have some sort of training if you wanted to understand fully what I was doing. But it still didn't stop inspiring millions and millions of people.
I think while I was watching, I just couldn't afford to get the supplies to paint what you were painting.
That might have been true. But that's how I made my living. After, PBS, I didn't get much for that, doing those shows. How I used to make my money for PBS is going on tour and doing demonstrations for all of our PBS station affiliates.
Gotcha.
And then I got it in me to make my own kits, send out my own supplies. And that's where we started to be able to make a living.
Sounds familiar.
Yes, it does. I've gone over your story. Pretty good.
You're going to rinse and dry that large flat brush. And this time we're going to go to blue, a corner of blue and a corner of white. So corner of blue, corner of white, corner of blue, corner of white.
There you go.
Okay. We're going to start underneath where we ended, okay? So underneath where we ended, every once in a while just kind of flip the brush over.
Wonderful.
Corner of blue, corner of white.
What inspired you to do a Bob Ross Day?
He's always been my idol. I love more than just the paintings. I like the person that he was. I love that he gave back. I love that he loved animals. I love that he did so much and tried. He never took a paycheck from PBS, right? Mm-hmm. So, we love to do our free nights, and we certainly appreciate tips or donations whenever we can get them, but it's not expected. So I'm just going to continue down with this corner of blue, corner of white.
Okay.
We're going to bring this down maybe a little bit more than halfway, or about, not halfway. Halfway is good. So we're just going to continue. Corner of blue, corner of white.
Okay. I also think that it was like, we talked about him during some shows, and then people said, yeah, could we have a Bob Ross night? And that started the whole thinking about it. And so,
this painting I actually did about 3 years ago.
Okay.
So the original painting that's there is about 3 years old. And it was just one of those, it was for a private event. We ended up changing it and doing something completely different, but it was one of those that I liked. And just kind of hung around. And he stayed with me.
Yeah, he has that effect on people. Even now.
That's it. So I'm just continuing that corner of blue, corner of white. You can make it as dark or as light as you want to, right? Okay, this is your painting. This is your creation. This is your world, as he would say.
That's right.
Again, I didn't go over that yellow yet, okay? We left it right where it was. We started that blue and white underneath that yellow and white.
All right, so we've got trivia questions. I don't know if people can answer them.
Sure they can.
Well, I came up with them on my own this time.
Oh, good job. Good job.
Well, I tried to. Cheryl Curtis,
Hi,
we
Cheryl.
are painting today a tribute to Bob Ross.
That's right, our landscape.
We're painting a painting with happy little trees, happy little landscape,
happy little river,
happy little sky.
Once we get down to that halfway mark, now I'm just going to have you grab white. No more blue, just white, and you're going to continue white all the way down your canvas.
All the way down?
Yep, all the way down. So just white now, all the way down. Horizontal brush strokes, just continuing all the way down. Pressure on that brush to get the blue out of there. So you have that nice light blue snow that's back here in our landscape.
Very good, very good.
Rascals.
They're going to go all the way down?
I'm going to go all the way down.
All right, so while you're doing that, everybody, it's going to take a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
First question I'm going to ask our audience. Where was Bob Ross born?
Ooh.
That's a pretty easy one to start out with. Where was Bob Ross born?
Feel free to chat in those answers.
Yes, I'll wait. We don't have any prizes to give away for this.
If you happen to see, like, somebody like a first name,
yeah.
first right answer,
Okay.
you're gonna have to remember and write them down for me.
I got a pen right here.
And I will add you to the Bob Ross swag spinner that we're gonna do tomorrow.
Well, the first answer is Faith Steinberg.
Faith, hi, sweetie. How are you?
Daytona Beach, 1942.
Look at you guys.
Now, don't get me wrong. Gerard Ridenour Pirro said in Florida. But we asked where was Bob Ross born. We needed a specific city.
Oh.
So that way she got it. So I'm going to put Faith
Steinberg. Thank you,
Steinberg
right
as the winner of the first question.
Grabbing those edges as I go too, guys, okay? So I brought that white all the way down, horizontal brush strokes.
Good answer, Kristen Clark, but not the answer we were looking for.
What did she say?
She said Bob Ross was born in a happy little hospital.
That is a good answer. Is that my Kristen Clark? I wonder. Once you come all the way down with that white, I want you to continue. Just grab white. You don't have to rinse or dry that brush. We're going to go right over in between our yellow and blue. So right in between the yellow and blue, we're going to start with a stripe of white in there. Okay. Back and forth. Up into that green. Down into the blue. You could pull it right back up. So up into that yellow. Did I say up into green? I did.
Yeah.
So up into yellow and down into the blue. I kind of.
You're gonna make that green.
So yeah, that's kind of where I was going with that. Sorry.
Okay. Faith says, P.S. I didn't forget about that polka dot apron.
Aw, thank you. I know. I decided I wasn't gonna wear an apron today, and I feel uncomfortable not having an apron on.
Kristen said, yes, you're Kristen.
Aw, hi,
so
Kristen.
Proud of you.
Aw, I love you. You don't hear Kristen Clark often.
Yes, we want to say thank you to everybody who joined us tonight. We're having a lot of fun. We've been looking forward to this all week.
We have been looking forward to it. And yes, the banner behind me says happy birthday because it is Mark's birthday today.
Yes, it is. I didn't want to say anything. I just like being humble and quiet. This is Jennifer's thing. I love making Jennifer happy. I love her doing her dream, living her dream. She's so good at it. Yeah, so my birthday is actually secondary. It's just that Jennifer, she's one of those party planning, over the top, just goes all out for people, everybody.
I did not do that today for you, sorry.
Yeah, because I tried to keep it all down on the kibosh. Don't do it.
Kibosh.
Yeah, just please, I'm not a big celebrator.
He's not. He doesn't like to celebrate anything.
I like celebrating with you. I like celebrating with everybody when they want to celebrate something, but it doesn't have to be for me. No.
Hey.
There was a couple of times today I didn't even realize it's my birthday. She just kept saying happy birthday to me. Then I go, oh, that's right, it is my birthday. Wow.
All right, so again, I'm not going to rinse and dry that brush still, okay? Still playing with that dirty brush. So we're going to grab just a tiny bit of yellow. Tiny bit of yellow on there. And you could pick a couple of spots in the rest of your sky and just sort of blend some of that yellow in. Okay?
Zoom back in now for that.
If it looks like there's a big spot of yellow in there, it's okay. Just keep blending over. Just keep brushing back and forth.
Okay.
If your canvas looks like it's getting a little wet, you can always, very carefully, grab a tiny touch of water. Just a little bit.
And I'll be honest, I'm not lost on all the love. I'm thanking you all so much for saying happy birthday to me and wishing me a happy birthday. I do appreciate it. It's well appreciated. It's just, but for me, it's like every night we come on here and we do this with you. I appreciate it every night that you come on. Not just because it's my birthday. It's just that we love to have, we love to make new friends. We're making them over the internet, yeah, but we plan on doing this for a long time, and hopefully during that time we get to meet a lot of you.
Yes.
That's what we would like very much.
Absolutely. All right. So we added our yellow in our sky, If I need to repeat anything, guys, just let me know, okay? I'm just kind of trucking along here.
Well, wait, you said yellow? You put yellow in your
I
sky?
added a little bit of yellow in
Is
here.
Is that cadmium yellow?
No, it's just primary yellow.
Oh, you don't have any of those fancy schmancy
I don't.
colors that I had.
Just
I
stick
used
with
to
the
use.
primary stuff.
You
Just stick with the primary
simple
stuff.
for everyone.
I keep it simple for everyone so that
I guess
anybody
that is
can
why
do
you're
this.
so popular right now.
I don't know if I would say that, but okay. So rinse and dry your brush after that yellow. And then I'm going to have you grab a teeny tiny bit of red. Teeny tiny. Just the tip of my bristles. Okay?
Just a teeny tiny
Just a
bit.
teeny tiny bit of red. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to blend in a couple of areas with that red. It's going to turn a little purple or maybe a little pink depending on how light your blue is.
All right.
Again, if it's dry, you can either grab a little bit of blue with that red, or you can grab a tiny bit of water to blend.
Yes, Denise O'Donnell, we are recording.
Yes,
This will be up on YouTube probably by tomorrow night.
that's right.
It'll still be here on the Facebook page, so don't worry. You'll have two places you can go and check. And of course, we're going to ask you all to take pictures of all of your work so that we can start putting it up in a slideshow on our YouTube channel.
So I've already put that post up in our up in the event discussion.
Oh, great.
Okay, that post is already there. Oh my gosh.
Great idea. Bob approves.
So again, if your canvas starts to feel a little bit wet, you can just grab those same colors. If you want to grab a tiny bit of blue or a tiny bit of white, just to blend it in there, you can do that. So it's got nice soft layers in here of colors.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. And then we'll have you guys just rinse and dry and throw some likes or loves our way so we know you guys are ready for the next step, and we'll kind of watch for those.
Lauren Pittman says,
Hi,
my
Lauren.
dad is doing the painting with a putty knife.
Awesome.
In tribute to Barbara.
That's so great. We
That is
cannot
great.
wait to see it.
Oh, I apologize, Elizabeth Aguila. She says that pounding made me jump. I'm sorry. This pounding.
Oh my gosh.
That means that something was going on that I really loved and I really approved of.
I hope you're not messing up my calendar, young man.
I don't think so. Don't worry, Sonia. The happy little trees are coming.
Yes.
Yes, they are. They're coming. Well, I do have an announcement I'm going to make real quick. We won't be on after this night. We won't be back on until next Thursday, February 4th. Right here on Facebook, it'll be Time for Wine. We're going to be
Who doesn't love wine?
Yeah, we're going to do that painting, and we're going to be sipping wine. Well, I won't be, but Jennifer will be.
Well, your banner's in the way.
No, it's okay. The banner's in the way. It's all right. The Fine with Wine, Time with Wine, right there. That's the painting right next to the barred owl that we'll be doing at Zoom with the Zoo series and Lehigh Valley Zoo.
What are you doing, bud?
That's what we're going to be doing on February 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yes.
We will be doing Time for Wine. And keep in mind that right after that, the Friday after that at 8 p.m., we're doing Smitten with Mittens. That's all the way over here. So that's Thursday night, Time for Wine. And there he is, Smitten with Mittens. Friday, February 5th, 8 p.m. That's when we're going to get together and we're going to do this, everybody. There's a couple of people that's already saying they can't wait to do the mittens.
Oh gosh. Good.
Don't worry, it's next Friday.
We're excited for it.
Yes, we are, as we are for
We're
every event that
excited
we
for
do.
it. All right. How you guys feeling? Think we're okay to move on? Want to give another minute or so?
No, I think you can go ahead.
Okay. You look deep in
Yes.
concentration over there. Are you okay?
No, I'm just reading people's comments.
Oh, okay. All right.
People are happy. They're going, it's really pretty so far. They like
Oh,
it.
good. Good, good.
Murray Wakeham says, I love Bob Ross.
Me
I have a
too.
collection of his figures, posters, and calendars.
Oh, cool. Well, hopefully you can win one of his t-shirts that will be
You
given
gonna have a
away
t-shirt
tomorrow.
to give out tomorrow?
Yes. A couple I have, so.
All right.
Okay.
That'll be on the spinner.
That'll be from our spinner. Yep.
Robin Shivery says, I'm having long distance time with my son
Aww.
in Jacksonville, Florida, while I'm in Colorado.
Awesome.
Thanks for giving us something to do together
You're
apart.
so welcome. We love that.
We do love
Together
that.
apart. Together
Yeah, we
apart.
love doing that.
Love it. That's
You're
so
here
great.
with all of us.
That's so great.
All the people from all over the country and Canada who come and join us every few days when we're on here.
That's right.
We really appreciate it, and we look forward to it every single time.
All right. There we go. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is kind of create our horizon.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to switch brushes for a minute. We're going to go to that medium round brush. Just rinse and dry. Just rinse and dry. And I'm just going to take my blue to start, okay? Just my blue.
Just your blue.
Just the blue to create a horizon. So I'm going to come pick where you want your horizon. I kind of started that there already. Hopefully I can do this straight. You guys already know, if you painted with me before, I cannot paint a straight line on, because I'm always on an angle. So crazy.
But it seems to bother her all the time.
It
I
does
don't know
bother
why.
me. Straight.
I just say let it be. You can tell the different paintings.
You can, I know.
Bob Ross used to paint 3 of the same painting for 3 different reasons.
That's right.
And you do 2 of the same paintings. The one that you do initially, and then the one that you do with all of the viewers. The one that you always do with the viewers will always have a crooked center or a crooked line.
I know.
That's how you can tell the difference.
All right, and we're going to do the same thing by just grabbing a little bit of black. So I'm going to kind of come in, rinse and dry, and just every so often, a little bit of black in that blue line. Doesn't have to be a solid line.
Carol Evans says, in Ludington, MI,
Michigan?
or Mississippi.
Mm,
No, Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay, Ludington, Michigan. She said, looks like my view today.
ooh, man, that would be so cool.
It's
We're
cool,
coming-
but that's heading towards us, isn't it? So ours is going to look like that soon, too.
Woohoo. All right. Once you have that horizon line on there, I want you to rinse and dry. And we're going to switch back to that large flat brush. Okay, so I'm going back to this flat brush. Not step on the dog. Okay. So from this line, we're going to line up those bristles on that blue line, and you're going to pull up and down. Up and down.
Oh, man, let me zoom in on this. I'm zoomed in for this. Now, Craig Lutz says, after the frame gets delivered, I'm putting my Bob Ross license plate on the front of my soul.
Oh, okay.
That sounds pretty cool. Excuse me.
Right.
Tracy Cousins, watching from Nova Scotia.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, Tracy.
And then Laura Sullivan is back.
Hi, Laura.
She says, a friend of mine found Sunrise Kitties and sent me the link.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Laura, you forgot to message me. I would have sent it to you myself, honey. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
All right. So down over my snow, we're going to do that thing that Bob Ross does, you know, when he... But we're just going to go lightly now, back and forth.
Just back and forth?
Back and forth. Right over. Don't scare Sonia again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
We're just going to lightly come across those shadows that we put in there.
He said he's going to put it on the front of his Kia soul.
I was gonna say, wow, that's okay.
Well, you were sitting there going, wow, that's deep. He's going to put that Bob Ross license plate on the front of his soul. His Kia soul.
All right, that makes a little bit
Her
more sense now.
His Kia soul.
Holy moly. You guys are funny. All right.
What color?
So I didn't use any other color, okay? All I'm using is the paint that we added from that little horizon with that medium round brush. We did a strip of blue, and then I just added some black touches along the way. And then we used that flat brush, pulled up, pulled down. And once we got all the way across, I just did a horizontal. We're just kind of lightly, softly going across that.
Okay, we have an issue here.
Okay.
Sarah Brown Rich says, we missed a step, Bob. We had a pause and missed the horizon.
Okay. So the horizon again.
Yes, please.
All right. So all we got to do is that medium round brush in your blue. Just blue to start. Stripe all the way across for me. And then you'll rinse and dry and grab some black.
Yes.
And then every so often just add touches of black. It doesn't have to be the whole line. Right inside that blue line with the black.
Okay.
Okay? And then you're going to toss that one in your water. Rinse and dry your flat brush. And with your flat brush, you'll pull right from the line it right up on that line that you just made. Pull up to the sky and pull down to your snow. Up to your sky, down to your snow until you go all the way across.
Got it. All right, because Vicky Machado Burke says, I don't know what sorcery this horizon is, but I'm going to trust the process.
Trust the process.
That's right. That's right.
Trust the
That's the
process.
way to do it.
I love you guys. You're so cute.
We have a wonderful audience.
So if you don't have enough, if you want to add some more trees in that background so that this is a little bit darker, you can always grab that flat brush again. Light touch of black, light touch of black, right from your horizon and kind of pull up. Okay, so if you want to do that in a couple of spots where it's a little bit taller. So
Okay, because Jody Darian Golden says,
hi, Jody.
Is it okay I messed up
Of course.
and did it up and down and not sideways?
Sure. It's okay.
See?
It's okay. I
And
know.
It's Bob Ross night. There's no such thing as
It's
a
only happy
messed up.
accidents.
It's only happy accidents. And that's what she just did, a happy accident.
That's right. It's okay. I know what you mean. You just kind of went like this.
Up and down, yeah.
Across. That's okay too. You just may not have those soft edges on the top or the bottom, but that's all right. It's okay. It's all okay. All right. So we added a couple of extra little shadows or trees in the background. Right.
Nancy DeShell from Iroquois, Ontario.
Oh. Hi, Nancy.
Yes, hi. Yes, Merrill Hall. Happy accidents.
Happy accident.
God bless them.
All right, let's work on those trees in the background while we're doing this.
You're going to work on the trees in the background?
We're going to work on the trees in the background while
Are you
we're
going to rinse and dry
while we're
that
doing it.
brush?
Nope, I'm not going to rinse and dry the brush.
You're not going to have a good, clean brush?
I'm not going to have a good, clean brush. I like to work with a dirty brush when I can.
We like good,
Stop scaring Sonia.
good clean brushes. Nice, wet, smack them up, and
Oh
then
my
make them
gosh.
nice and clean.
So we do want to kind of plan our river, right? It's going to come from this side of our canvas all the way down. So I'm going to work in this area, okay? We're going to make some happy little trees in this area. So to start, I'm going to grab that large flat brush. We're just going to start with a little bit of paint, black paint on our brush again.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Let's tap in a trunk right down to my horizon. Normally, Bob would do this with a fan brush. I know. We're going to make this work. Don't worry.
Without a fan brush.
Without the fan brush.
This is going to be a delight to see.
All right. With the corner of your brush, I'm going to start with the very corner, very tip of that tree, and we're just going to start tapping side to side.
Oh, I'm going to have to zoom in for that.
Yep. Oh, rascal. I love you, baby, but you're right under Mommy's feet. I'm going to step on you.
He
And
doesn't care. He wants to be
They're
right
gonna
by
fall
you.
over on you. Okay, so again, just kind of tapping in up top here. Using the corner to start.
And what brush is this again?
This is that large flat brush.
Now, Massey Williams says, I'm happy to be watching. Unfortunately, I've recently been diagnosed with COVID and I don't have the strength to paint, but I
Oh,
hope to participate soon.
it'll be up later. You just take care of keeping yourself cared for and feel better, and we'll be here whenever you need it.
That's right. If it's not here on the Facebook page when you feel like doing it, it'll be on the YouTube channel.
So right from that trunk, you're just going to kind of start to bring those branches to the left and to the right, and to the left and to the right.
Always tapping.
Just tapping, yep.
Now you just made your first happy little tree.
When you want it to be a little bit fuller, kind of bring that tapping down. Always start with like the corner of your brush instead of the full brush,
Yeah.
just so you have a little bit less to work with.
That's to make branches and then
Yep, and then as you
cover
get,
the branch.
and then when you get to the fuller part of your tree, then you can go to the whole flat side of your brush
That's right.
and tap.
Oh, let them look at that little happy little tree.
It's a happy little tree.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, so you can tap a couple of these little trees in here.
As many as you like.
All right, let's do another one up here.
As many that can make you happy.
I'm gonna tap in a little trunk down here this way. We'll make this guy a little bit taller.
A bigger happy little tree.
A bigger happy little tree. A bigger happier tree. Again, I'm gonna start kind of just tapping with the corner of my brush. Down to the right.
All
down
right,
to the
our
left.
first winner was Faith
Steinberg.
Steinberg. She just won for answering the first question, where was Bob Ross born? Daytona Beach, Florida. She just spilled paint on her keyboard. She needs to cover it.
No.
So she also gets now another vote for the spilling.
Paint spiller.
Yep, paint spiller. We'll put that up, chalk her up right there in that section.
Oh, sweetie.
All right, I'm going to ask question number 2.
Okay, go ahead.
Question number 2. In 1961, at 18 years old, Bob Ross enlisted in what branch of the armed services?
Oh.
In 1961, at 18 years old,
That's a good question.
Bob Ross enlisted in what branch of the armed services? Yes, Faith, she's going to make one more tree for you.
Yes, I'm going to do another one too.
She did a small little happy little tree, and then she did a big happy little tree.
It's okay. They're overlapping. That's fine. Totally fine. Just going to let them overlap.
Do we have a gift for the person that gets this one right?
We're just adding them to the spinner. We're going to put their
We're
names.
going to add them to the spinner?
Right, so we just
All right,
need
so
to
I'll
take
write
the
the names down, okay?
Right, yep.
All right, because I got a lot of answers coming in here.
Uh-oh.
Let's catch them. Let's catch them. I've got a winner.
All right.
Yes, one person out of all the answers came in right. And her name is Brandy Barrick.
Oh, awesome, Brandy.
I'm writing her name in right now. Brandy
What's the answer?
Barrick. The answer is, in 1961, at 18 years old, Bob Ross enlisted in the United States Air Force.
Oh, the Air Force. Okay.
Some people got Navy, some
I
people
said-
have Army,
I said
some
Na-
people
I was
said
thinking
Marines.
Navy.
But it was
Air
the United
Force.
States Air Force.
Wow. So did he fly? I wonder. Wonder if he was a pilot.
All right, so I'll give a follow-up question to that.
Okay.
But we're not going to give out a gift for this one. Oh no. If they can answer this one, they got to get a gift. I mean, they can get it in
We'll
the
add a
spinner.
spot, right? Yeah. we'll
Okay,
put you on
Brandy
the spot.
Barrick, Faith Steinberg got a spinner spot.
You got it.
Okay. When he was in the Air Force, what rank did he rise up to before he left? What rank did he rise up to in the Air Force before he left? Now, Lori Scaglione says, my trees look nothing like your trees. I can't get the tapping right, and I hate the way they look. Why do yours look like Bob Ross's and mine look like they were done by a 3-year-old?
So it could be the amount of paint that we're using.
Yes.
It could be the pressure that we're using. So sometimes it's good to start with a little bit of paint at a time and light pressure until you see what that looks like. And sometimes you do have to trust the process. So does it look like there's too much paint on there? Does it look like you're not seeing like little tiny spots where it would look like branches? What are we seeing? And I'll see if we can help you. And sometimes maybe we just have to let it dry, and we may just have to add some other colors in there to
That's right, Lori.
make them full.
And also, at the beginning of every one of our shows, we always say the same thing. My painting is not going to look like my painting, and your painting is not going to look like my painting. So it's not supposed to look like
No, but I understand when you want...
I understand as well, too.
Yeah.
But trust the process and keep following through, and you'll probably like it a lot better once you're done. Because if you have any other issues with it, just let Jennifer know, and she'll tell you what you do to correct it.
And so the great thing about the trees now is the trees are done. We're going to leave those trees alone.
Okay.
So at the end of all of this, if you still don't like them, you send me a picture, and we'll chat together, and we'll help you fix it to make you enjoy them or
But
like
in the
them
meantime, don't look so bad at them.
Don't worry about them. Yep,
yeah, don't worry
okay.
about them. They're
Don't
still
worry about
happy little trees. Okay, now,
still happy
the
trees.
question that I asked has
Go
been
ahead.
answered by
Ooh.
Jennifer Dietrich. She was the
Hi,
first
Jen.
right answer. Okay? And what rank did he rise up to when he was in the Air Force, before he retired from the Air Force?
Mm-hmm.
Master Sergeant.
Whoa.
Jennifer Dietrich got in the answer before everybody else.
Hi, Jen.
There are other people who got it right, but they didn't get in before Jennifer.
Awesome. All right, we are gonna start working on our river. Okay, so we're gonna rinse and dry that medium round brush again.
Yes, see, Arnold Coleman has it right.
What did he say?
Okay, I just want to go back to Lori. Arnold Coleman has it right. Okay, Arnold Coleman says, I'll have another drink, and I'll trust the process till they look alike. That's how you do it.
Oh, Arnold, you're my kind of painter.
Yes, I could see your answer, Jonathan Henry.
All right, so our next step is going to be to work on our little river. Okay?
Oh, Jennifer Dietrich says, hey, no, it was Zachary. He knows that stuff, but not his homework.
Hi, Zach. How's my buddy doing?
She still gets the prize.
Well, we're going to have to send it to Zach if Zach got the answer right.
Okay, we'll give it to Zach. So I'll put slash Zach.
All right.
Okay.
So we're going to work on our little river here that we have, our little stream. I'm going to take a little scoop of my blue, and I took a little scoop of my white, and I just made kind of a light blue to start here.
Hold on. Got to back up so we can see the rest of this painting.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
All right, so I just took a scoop of my blue and a little scoop of white, and we mixed for a light blue to start. Don't worry, this is not going to be the only color in there.
And we've got the bottom of the canvas there now. You can see
Trust the process. All right, so I'm going to come over here, right where maybe 4 or 5 inches in from the left side of my canvas, underneath where our little tree line is. We'll start with maybe a 1-inch line here, maybe, I don't know, 3/4, 1-inch line.
All right.
Okay, that's going to be the width of my little stream. And I'm going to bring this, we have to kind of make a little curvy motion to the bottom right corner. I'm going to come up maybe 1 inch. Bob Ross is stripping in the studio. Excuse me.
Oh,
He hates dress shirts. It's so funny. All right, so bottom right corner, about 1 inch up from the bottom right. We're going to connect the right side of our little river's edge here to down here. So I'm just going to kind of do a little curve line down and around, okay? Everybody's river is going to look a little different, okay? Everyone's river is going to look different. And then we'll bring that out all the way down, maybe in the center maybe to the right of our center. And that will come all the way down and around here. And we're going to add rocks and everything else, but for now, we're just going to do a flat coat of that blue that we have to start. So we're just kind of brushing that blue in there. Brushing the blue. So I'm using little brush strokes to kind of create some texture, even though we're going to cover over some of this. Those little brush strokes create that texture in there, like the water's moving. So that's our first step here for our little river. All the way down to the bottom. If you want to lift your canvas and get the bottom of it so that it looks finished, you can do that. Right. Gotta mix a little bit more. Just a little more. We're still working on just the flat blue color for our river and little brush strokes. That's all. Okay. That's our start of our river.
Oh, poor Faith.
What happened, Faith?
She's going to have to catch the replay and finish later. She needs to clean the keyboard.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the
Aww.
number pad on the keyboard. Let's get that done because it'll get messed up. Getting all seeping paint inside your keyboard.
Oh, man.
Sorry about that.
Aw. Sorry, Faith.
So you did your river?
Just the start of it.
Okay.
I'm going to rinse and dry my brush, and then I'm just going to take the original blue and start working that original blue up here in those little brush strokes.
Up at the top.
Yep, from the top edge. We're going to come down and kind of spread them out. So the farther down we come down here, the less of those blue lines we want in here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to zoom in and follow down with you.
Okay. So we kind of want it to be a little bit darker up here.
All right. Yeah, so these questions I'm asking is pretty good, but our audience is getting them right. That's good.
Wow.
First one they didn't get right, but
They didn't get right.
yeah, Faith came in and it was, not sure. And then the second one was good too. A lot of people answered the wrong question, but then they started getting it right. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, now I'm going to follow down the river. I'm not as fast as you. You're being fast today.
I'm sorry.
I'm not keeping up with you fast enough with the camera.
Alright, so we have those blue lines in there. And then you can come through and add a couple of those other little lines of color. So I'm going to grab some red, but little lines, so tiny bit of paint on your brush at a time.
Right.
Okay, so just a couple of them in there.
Yeah, see now Massey says cheers to another Aquarius.
Ah.
And they say I'm the same way. I make such a big deal for everyone's birthdays, but I keep my birthday quiet if I could just keep it to myself.
Aw.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm more of the, I like to celebrate my birthday, but I like to plan to do things with and for other people too. So
Yes. And she's real good at it.
I'd love to, like, splurge on my best friends for my birthday, because maybe then I don't feel so guilty about spending the money on myself. I don't know.
I'm trying to break her out of that, but
maybe
it's
that's
like,
what that is.
that's just the way she is.
But no, every once in a while, I like to just kind of go all out and create those, I'd say, once in a lifetime experiences. But you know what? They can definitely be more than once in a lifetime.
Right. I guess we all agree with you, Massey. I find more joy celebrating with everyone else.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel too. And thank you, Kathy Reinhardt. She says she's not able to paint with us tonight, but she wanted to be able to watch live. So.
Aw, that's okay.
That's why we're glad
That's
she's
right.
here.
And I'm gonna rinse and dry after I throw some of those little red lines in there.
Now, Joanne Gilligan Bojiak says, what color was that before?
So after I did the light blue, I went back with the dark blue, or the original blue that I used.
Yes.
Okay, concentrated that original blue up at the top and then kind of spread it out as we came down.
Okay.
And then I rinsed and dried and did a couple of little, just primary red, little brush strokes of red, and now I'm just kind of going through with a couple little brush strokes of yellow, which is going to pretty much turn green, but that's okay.
Okay. See, yes, Sharon Kamasi Divine, she's got it right. This is just wonderful. The kids are having the best time.
Aww.
Their pictures are all different and lovely.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. Because they're all doing what their interpretation is of what they like.
If you're new with us, just take a look at some of our slideshows. We like to celebrate you. We like to show off your work. So seeing those, you know that they're all the same painting.
Yeah.
But they're all so different. And it's so great.
Yes.
And every once in a while, we have somebody that just goes rogue completely. And I love that too, because you're still utilizing the time with us
to paint,
to do something that you enjoy. So
right. So even
just
if you
as
paint
happy.
something completely different than what we're painting tonight,
That's right.
just as long as you're joining us and having a fun time,
You got it.
that's what it's all about. And we still want your pictures after you're done. You take a picture of your painting. You could be in it. You could put your name on it. You don't have to. You just send us the picture. But we're going to celebrate it because that's the best part for us, is to watch what you all did. Whether 10 of you joined us that night, or whether it's 4,000 like we did when we did the Nightmare Before Christmas.
That was crazy.
I'm still putting up slideshows for the Nightmare Before Christmas because there was over 3,000 pictures sent in. So I'm still going through them.
Rinse and dry, and then we're just going to go to white. Now this time we want kind of those longer brush strokes of white and more concentrated toward the bottom of your river, where it's a little bit lighter. So
is it red or gray?
It's red. It was my original red, but the primary red, or the original red that I used, the primary red is kind of transparent, so it's not like a crimson where you can't really see through it. So it kind of just mixes in with the blue and sometimes makes a little bit of a purple, but that's okay. It's just kind of about adding some color to your little river or your stream here. That's all.
Okay, now maybe you could tell what this means.
Okay.
Dan Rothman says, love this. But if you stopped right now, you'd have a Marsden Hartley.
A painter.
A painter?
A painter's work.
So if you stopped your painting right now, you'd have a Marsden Hartley.
I don't know the work well, but I know the name.
But you know the name. Okay. Thank you, Dan.
I mean, you're welcome to stop right now, but we hope you stick around.
Now, see, this is the point. This is the point that Bob Ross was trying to make in the beginning of the show. Okay, he was saying you're bringing all skill levels together.
That's right.
To join for a night, a session, just to paint, just to have fun. Okay, and you have somebody who can recognize what a Marsden Hartley is, and then right after that, you have a person like Dawn Sober that says, "I'm new to painting. I thought this would be too advanced for me. But you explained it so well. I'll give it a go tomorrow."
Yes, yes.
All of our videos, Dawn, all of our events that we've done on Facebook or wherever, is all so that everybody can join in and paint. So we try not to paint anything too difficult, because there's lots of places you can go on YouTube and on Facebook where there's people who are trained professionals, or they're students, they're artists, and they'll teach you how to paint technically. We just want to have fun painting, and you learn and you get inspired.
Yeah. It's all about really every single thing, all artwork, everything we have, everything we do is made up of lines and shapes and colors and pressure. And so that's all it is. We're just kind of and my painting is never going to look like my painting, but
Exactly.
but I just kind of create it again. I just recreate it again with you as I go. And when I paint a painting for myself or for a sample, is not always necessarily the way that I teach it when we're teaching. So,
Right.
or when we're instructing. I hate to say teaching, but uh-oh.
Right.
I think somebody has to go OUT. All right.
All right. Yeah, but it's like Sarah Brown Rich says, it's all about the joy of
That's
painting.
right. Hi, baby. That's right. Okay. Next thing we're going to do. We're going to leave our water alone for a little while.
Okay.
Okay, let's do, let's start, actually, we can work on the rocks. See, this is what I'm thinking. Do I want to do the trees or do I want to do the rocks? We want to do the rocks first. This way our tree can kind of overlap right over that.
All right, so
All
the
right.
banks of your river.
We're going to do the little rocks for our river. Okay? So we're going to start with a gray. So I'm going to take a scoop of my white here. And I'm going to take a little black and mix.
Okay.
We're going to make
a little bit of black.
We're going to make some gray rocks.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I shouldn't
Camera's
do
going
that.
crazy.
Yeah, that's all right. I got it.
Reel it back in.
Yep, I'm reeling it back in now.
Okay, so the rocks are really organic, okay? We don't have to worry so much about every little thing. What's the matter? You gotta go outside. Hold on. All right, so our rocks, we're gonna start from the back here. So we're just gonna do like little dots here. Little dots. Just lightly pressing my brush down against the water and into the snow.
Okay.
Okay, I'm pressing lightly, making small little rocks back here. As I get closer, those rocks are going to get bigger. So I'll start kind of making some bigger impressions with my brush.
Yeah, everybody that doesn't like their trees, just be patient. The trees are not horrible. They're okay. Michelle, it's going to be all right. Don't worry about the trees right now.
We'll go back to the trees.
We'll go back to the trees.
Because we're going to do the big trees next. So.
Yep, we're going to do the big trees, and then you're going to realize it, and then you're going to say, okay, it's all right.
All right, again, so our little rocks. I'm just kind of loading my brush up with some of that gray paint. Okay, so I'm just sort of just pressing that brush down and making little circles, little rocks in there. Okay, they don't have to be exact. They don't have to be perfect circles. They don't have to be a perfect shape. Okay, so we're just going to press some of those rocks in there.
Yeah, Craig Lutz says, my phone is about to die, so I've got to sign off, but thank you.
It's
Happy
okay.
birthday, Mark. Rascal, you're awesome, and please take care of your mom. You're all wonderful.
Thank you. I think we have to let Mr. Rascal
All right.
outside, actually.
He probably won't go if I open the door, but I'll open the door.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just brushing. So as I get closer, they're getting a little bit bigger, those rocks. We can do them in, a couple of little layers, a little thicker.
Yeah, so you're going to come downstairs after I open the door for him.
Oh
You're
my
going to
gosh.
have to set him out.
Oh my gosh, there's a dog. So
While they're making the rocks.
Yep, a minute. I'll finish mine and then I'll take him out.
Okay.
I'll let you outside, mister. You crazy
What brush
dog.
for the rocks, says Angela.
Hi, Angela. We're just using that medium round brush again, hon.
Okay. And how do we make the gray again?
I just take a little scoop of my white, a little bit of black, and just make a gray color. And it doesn't, it can be darker gray, it could be lighter gray.
Right, whatever you like, whatever shade of gray that you like.
Because we're going to add some highlights and shadows and other colors of rocks in here too. So
But use a little bit of black at a time first. And then make it darker as if you don't like it, if it's not dark enough.
Yeah, we're going to add some other colors of rocks in here too. So let's get that first base of gray rocks in there to start. Come on, Rascal, you got to go potty. Let's go.
And thank you, everybody,
Oh
for
gosh.
answering questions. Like Melissa Chapman, thank you.
Crazy.
Yes, you can take. We're taking a pause right now, Mel. Because Rascal was having some issues.
He's
he needs
fine.
to go outside.
He's so nuts. But gosh, he doesn't want to go outside when you take him out. So weird. But the door's open, so I had to just walk to the stairs, and he ran right outside.
Because you're his mommy, and he only listens to you.
Crazy dog. It's a crazy dog.
It's okay. I could get upset because he only wants to be around you and he only wants your attention. Here he comes. He's much better now. You much better now, Rascal?
Okay.
You much better now?
Are you fine now?
You okay now? Yeah, I'm talking to you. You feel better now? You can relax.
Relax now, buddy.
Let mommy finish painting.
Relax, dude.
You can take it easy.
My goodness.
All right.
Crazy dog. Oh my. Okay.
All right. Now we can continue on.
Oh my. My silly dog. All right. I am going to grab the black. We're going to darken up that gray that we were using.
Yeah.
You can even just go right to the black if you want to on this. So just darkening up that gray that we were using with a little more black. And then I'm going to add a couple of little darker rocks. So I'm just kind of laying that brush down a couple areas.
Yes, thank you. Mel is saying, we have like 4 feet of snow.
Oh my gosh.
And our dog Cora is the same way.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. He loves being out in the snow. They want to play in it.
Jonathan Henry says, I just got done. Bye.
Bye.
See, that's some of our viewers, that's what they do. Okay, they're painting with us.
They know what they're doing. They're
Yeah,
doing their
they
thing.
know
They're
what
done.
they do. They're used to it. And they're going, I know where this is going. I'm going to do this. Or I'm going to keep knocking it out. Yep, tap here.
Whatever works.
Make
guys.
circles here. Yeah. And they send in the painting, and the painting looks phenomenal. And you'll say, wow. Then we'll get people that'll come on and says, I haven't painted in 15 years.
That's really cool.
Okay, and you guys got me excited, and I came out, I painted, and here's the picture, and it's another amazing picture. And then we'll have a 6-year-old, and it'll be a 6-year-old painting, but it looks great, and you'll sit there and just say, wow, all these different types of painters painted tonight, and they all had a good time, and you could see it in the pictures. So that's why from now on, whenever we do a show, wherever we do a session, we'll try to get the slideshows up there within a week, because we give you about a week to post your pictures for us. And then once enough pictures are in there, then I'll post them up there and put them in a video.
All right, we want to add another color to our rocks. So I'm going to mix just a little bit of my brown with some black. Just kind of have a darker, like a burnt umber color, I guess.
Oh, so you have burnt umber.
No.
But you don't have Van Dyke brown.
It's burnt sienna.
Oh, not dark sienna.
This is burnt sienna, and I'm adding black to it.
Oh.
Okay. That's my brown. All right, again, a couple of little brush strokes in there. Smaller ones in the back towards the edge of the river or your horizon. And then they can get a little bit bigger as we get closer to the bottom of our canvas in the foreground.
All right, Sonia. You got to go get your son from work.
Aw, that's
Be
all right.
careful
That's
out
important.
there.
That's right.
Yes, he says, I'll watch later.
Okay. Sounds good.
And for all you new people to join us, this is what we're about. This is what we do. Okay? we saved the video for you. So if you can't finish it for whatever reason, you can always come back to the video or go to YouTube and watch the video and you can paint then. Okay? Everybody doesn't have the same amount of time to devote to painting or just taking care of themselves or having some fun time for themselves or putting together something to have a fun time with the family or friends. Okay? And when that time isn't, when you got that time available, then you can use us.
If you want to, which I didn't do, you can add a couple little stones maybe in your water. Might get a little dark. Let's lighten that up. I'm gonna grab a couple. We'll put a couple little stones in our waterway. Right. Stones in our water. All right. Why don't you guys give us a couple of likes or loves, thumbs up, so we know that you guys are ready for the next step. I'm not moving too fast for you.
Oh, okay.
And then
You
we'll
think
move
you're
on.
moving too fast?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I'm watching the pace of everything.
I'm kind of
If
like,
you was going too fast, somebody would say,
slow
take
down.
a break.
All right.
Okay, the last time they said take a break was when you let Rascal out. So the break came at the right time. Other than that, I have people on here saying, I'm just got done. Done. Yep, I'm finishing up.
All right. We're gonna take that little bit of brown with some black. Okay. I'm still using that medium round brush, sorry. Rinsed and dried medium round brush.
Medium round.
Okay, a little bit of brown with that black. And we're gonna start working on the trunks of our trees. We'll wait for Mark to finish.
Excuse me, sorry. Gotta clear these air passages open.
All right. So you can start up top. You can start at the bottom. It's up to you. We'll bring it almost all the way up to the top. And I'm just going to drag that down into my snow. Maybe down here. And it doesn't have to be solid. This is just your guideline because we're going to tap colors all the way over that.
Okay.
But down here by our trunk, we do want to thicken this up a little bit into our snow. You can just kind of brush that out to the bottom in the snow. We'll tap some snow over that when we get there.
You said you'll tap some snow?
We'll tap some snow in there when we get there.
You will tap.
We will tap.
Wonderful. I don't think Bob ever said tap. Tap some snow.
I think you did.
Some happy little taps.
Yep, we're going to tap some happy little clouds right here.
All right, good for some snow.
No clouds in my sky tonight. We're going to have a nice open sky.
No happy little clouds.
We're going to throw some snow in there if you want to throw some snow in there, though.
You like snow, don't you?
Yes, I do. And let's do another little tree over here. A nice big tall tree over here. Now, depending on how much room you have, you can get a third tree in there. You go right ahead. You can add as many trees as you want in your landscape. This is your landscape.
There you go.
Again, I'm just kind of brushing that out toward the bottom. We'll tap some snow in the bottom of that when we get there.
Yes, Kristen, we get that a lot.
What?
Since I'm not painting tonight, but this looks like it will be a great stress relief for me.
Oh, yeah.
Painting in your comedy.
Absolutely.
We get that from lots of viewers. They say, we've like during the week on Self-Care Thursdays, we get tons of people to come in and go, what a week. It's been a rough week, and we just want to get started the weekend by just painting on a Thursday night.
That's how I feel lately. What a
Or
week.
we just have those Saturday sessions where Jennifer's drinking wine. Everybody's got a drink. We're like, what has everybody got to drink tonight? They got all kinds of stuff to drink. And they're like, yeah, I'm relaxing now.
Yeah. That was a good choice. Phew. It's a little strong, but it's good. All right. So we have some of our trunks in there to start. I'm gonna come right over the inside of my trunks. So we're gonna say the light source is here somewhere. So the inside of my trunks, I'm gonna make a little bit of a light yellow. So a touch of white, a touch of yellow.
All right, so those people who are having issues with their trees, just take a look at how you're making a tree now. And
Yeah,
then you're
we'll
going to
get
do
there.
that on a smaller scale when you make those trees in the back.
Yeah.
You make the trunk first, and now she's going to put a little color into those trunks. And then she's going to start to make the branches and the leaves.
Yeah.
And just pay attention to how she's doing that, and then do it on a smaller scale.
Yeah, what you can do is if these are supposed to be silhouettes all the way in the background, but if you like the way that these trees turn out, you can go right ahead and do these. There's no, you can bring these trunks down and make these in the foreground too. So it kind of covers those little,
Those
it
little
covers
trees
them
that
if you
you
don't
add in the
if you
back
don't
that
like
you don't
them.
think you like.
Absolutely, okay. So I just made a little bit of a light yellow, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna come right down over the inside of that trunk.
And make sure they get to see it because they can't see your hand with your hand in the way right now.
Sorry.
That's good.
Okay.
Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit more and then I'll zoom back out.
Okay. I'm just putting a highlight on the inside of that trunk.
Now, don't want to go off on a tangent, but Susan Bergeson
Hi,
Anderson is
Susan.
here with us.
Welcome back.
And she says, I get sad when I see people say they hate their painting.
Aw.
This is about being here and being part of the process and the community.
Thanks.
If you are having fun and enjoying the process, then you're in the right place. Because I love seeing everyone's artistic efforts.
Yeah.
Every painting I've done, I've learned something and continue to get closer to getting the image that I see in my mind on the canvas. Here, all are loved and appreciated.
Oh, that's so true.
Yes, I couldn't have said that better myself.
I love you, Susan.
Yes, we love you, yes. And it's no need to hate your painting.
No,
It's just to
no.
have a fun time.
That's right.
If you don't like the way it comes out, it's okay.
It's all right. I know. Okay, so we did that light yellow on the inside of the trunks. We're going to rinse and dry. I'm just going to go to my black and come on the outside of my trunk.
Okay.
Okay, and it doesn't have to go all the way up. Just the part that's kind of going to be visible a bit down here.
Okay.
So on the outside of my trunk, I'm going to do that black.
And Heather McGinnis Mayer
Hi,
has
Heather.
has the answer.
What does she have?
One word. Margaritas.
All
She got the right answer.
right, girl.
All right, speaking of right answers,
What you got?
I'm going to ask another hard question.
Oh,
So we can get another name on the spinner.
sure.
Okay. Here's the question. The Joy of Painting, the show, The Joy of Painting, was filmed at what PBS station? The Joy of Painting was filmed at what PBS station? Where did they video the show? Where did they broadcast it from?
I don't know, but I always thought it was like in New Jersey because, I was in New
PBS.
Jersey and I thought that PBS was a local thing in New Jersey.
Oh, you thought PBS was only out in New Jersey? So anybody want to watch Sesame Street all over the country, they was watching it from the PBS station in New
I
Jersey?
was watching it on my great grandparents' TV, where the remote, it wasn't a remote control at the time.
Yeah.
It was a long box with a little switch. That was the TV channel, okay? So, yeah, early 1980s. Yes, I was about 4 or 5 years old. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good question. See, I found a good question. Because everybody's giving answers and they're all wrong.
See, we all thought it was on our own hometown. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting here. Everybody's like, wow.
See?
Okay, Kathy Reinhardt. She's got the
She got
answer.
it? All right, Kathy.
I got to write her name down.
What's the
Good
answer?
job. I'll tell you in a second. Let me write her name.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, here we go. The Joy of Painting was filmed at what PBS station? WIPB in Muncie, Indiana.
Oh, wow, Indiana.
That's right. Now, I can understand why Michelle Ann Default said WGBH because I used to watch Zoom and I used to watch a bunch of other PBS shows, and they were coming out of Boston, Massachusetts, and WGBH.
Wow.
So I would have said WGBH myself.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's start working on those trees, guys. Are you ready?
All right, so now we're going to work on the trees.
We're gonna work on the trees.
For those people who didn't like their trees.
Right. All right. Instead of mixing with that large flat brush, we're gonna mix with the medium round brush. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna take. I may need more yellow, but that's okay. I'm gonna take a good scoop of my yellow and a scoop of blue. It might be a lot of blue, so about half the blue to yellow. We're gonna mix for a green to start. So I'm just mixing a green here.
You're mixing a green.
I mixed a green. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to take about half of this green and move it over. And I'm going to take a little scoop of my brown and mix with this.
Brown.
Yep. We're going to make a dark, like a forest green or like an army green.
A forest green, an army green.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is just turning brown here. Let's try a little bit more yellow. So we just want a darker green and like a deep dark green. Well, we may be going with the brown.
Maybe going with the brown.
It's okay. Happy accident. It will be.
That's
All right.
right.
So darker green, or if it's brown, it's brown. And then a lighter green, because we're going to still make it work, guys. Okay?
All right. See, that's
just
the
to
attitude.
show you. Right.
That's the
just
attitude.
to show you.
It's okay. It doesn't come out the way you think it should be. You're trying to be perfect. It's not about perfection. It's all about expression. And then you say, we're going to make it work.
We're going to make it work. I just used way too much brown in that bit, so let's see.
That's the attitude you got to come up with. We're going to make it work.
We're going to make it work.
I'm going to make these trees. These trees are good enough. I like them.
So I just used too much brown. So if you see what I did, I just took that green that we made, okay, and I added just a tiny bit of that brown just to darken it a little bit, so you get that forest green
So
color.
you're doing it again?
I'm just showing them that you could, like.
Because I've got it zoomed in on that.
I'm just saying, I'm just showing good. Okay.
Yep, they see that you made the brown.
Okay. So I used too much brown here. Just a tiny bit of brown with your green. It's this color, okay?
That's right. It didn't discourage you. It didn't stop you.
No,
It just said,
no.
okay, I'll just try something else.
Now we know that we can make an army brown.
There you go.
All right. I may need more paint on my palette here to mix, so.
There you go.
All right. Let's do it. Let's go. I'm going to stick with this here.
Okay, so now you're going to put branches on those trunks?
Nope. I'm going to put, well, we're going to make the, we're going to make the bushy parts of the tree.
Okay, you're going to make the bushy parts of the tree.
Yes, branches, I suppose they are. Okay, here we go. With that large flat brush, we want to make sure it's nice and dry. We want to mess it up, okay? If you could, like Bob Ross.
Like Bob Ross.
So I just kind of like to squish it out, fluff it with my hands.
Good, clean, dry brush.
A good, clean, dry brush, fluffed. Okay?
Fluff.
Fluffed. I'll say fluffed.
Fluff.
All right, I'm going to tap a little bit at a time, grabbing that green.
Oh, so you're going to tap.
We don't need to load it up yet.
Don't load up your brush.
Don't load it up.
Just tap.
A little bit at a time.
A little bit at a time.
Light pressure to start. Light pressure.
Light pressure.
Hi, rascal. Okay, I'm going to tap all the way down first. I'm going to tap down first. Okay?
Okay.
Tapping down first. Light pressure.
Let me zoom in on this because I can barely see it. Okay, I see it. You're tapping like that.
Yep. You know, you can come down as far as you want to on your trunk. That's up to you. Okay. Now, after you get that tapping down,
Yes.
okay, we're going to turn our brush and start using the corner. Okay.
The corner.
The corner. So I'm not pressing the whole brush down. I'm just using the corner.
You're tapping.
Just tapping. with the corner, light pressure.
Because that's the top of the tree.
Right. So we want a little branches off the top of our
Right, you
tree.
don't want them all wide.
Right.
You're at the top of the tree, so you're going to start off with little, and you're going to get wider as you go down.
Right. So I'm working from just tap, 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 like we're like in music class, okay? Tap, 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 right on the trunk. Move to the left. Come back to the trunk. Always back to the trunk.
Continually tapping.
You can flip over to do the other corner. Come down to the right.
Okay.
Light pressure.
There's 2 questions.
Go ahead.
First question is, could you go over how you made the green again?
Yes, I will. Okay.
All right. Then the second question is, Carol Evans wants to know, where are you broadcasting from?
We are in New Jersey, southbound Brook, New Jersey.
Yeah, we're not coming from the hallowed halls of Muncie, Indiana, the PBS station affiliates.
Okay.
Not yet. We don't have any affiliates yet.
So zoom for me so I can show them probably what these tree concerned people are seeing.
Right. I'm zoomed all the way in now.
Okay. So see how I had a lot of paint on my brush?
Yes.
And it came off in a lot, okay? It came off in a lot at a time. So what we want to do is to get some of that off, you can tap it in another area on your plate to tap it off.
Get it off your brush?
Kind of get some of it off of your brush. I'm going to start tapping this one too, just to kind of go right down that stem.
All right, everybody. I'm going to put them in there. Okay, it's right there in the center of the screen.
All right, so let's use the paint that we tapped on here. That might be too much.
Right. See that paint right there underneath the tree?
Yep. So again, I'm using my corner. I'm going to tap to the left and tap to the right. Light pressure, so only a little bit of paint comes off of my brush at a time.
You see that, everybody? Everybody who has issues with their trees.
Okay. Now as we get to the bottom of our tree, or as we go lower, we're going to bring those branches out just a little bit more at a time.
To make it wider as you go down.
Rascal, what is happening, dude? Okay. Now, again, as our branches get bigger, we can start using more than just the corner of our brush. And you can kind of raise your brush so you're using the whole flat end of your brush.
And you're just tapping across.
Right.
Back and forth.
Back and forth. Now you can go over this to make it fuller. Okay, as you go. You're going to pick up some of that black. You're going to pick up some of the brown that's from your trunk. And that's okay.
Right, that's okay.
It's okay. We're gonna add those colors in anyway.
And all of this is from your tapping.
Okay, so
going all the way down the trunk.
So going back to how we mixed our green was a scoop of yellow, about half of the amount of blue,
Yes.
and then you're gonna do a tiny bit of brown. A tiny bit of brown. This is that darker green color.
And thank you, Melissa, for telling Michelle how to make the green.
Oh, thank you.
Jennifer Dietrich says, good night, guys.
Night. Love
I
you
love
guys.
you and miss you. Happy birthday,
Love you
Mom.
guys and miss you.
Thank
Aww. Night, Zach.
Yep. I got Zach's name on there.
All right, good. All right. Now it's gonna be tough to see some of my green over here. It's not very dark.
Okay.
Okay, but that's okay because we're gonna layer other colors. All right. So this is just the first base of green that we're using.
Right. But you see how that tree came out. And you see the other trees in the background. They don't look the same. Now, if Jennifer doesn't like the trees, that's one thing. But they're trees. They look like trees to me.
So again, I start with the corner of my brush and always come back to the trunk. Tap over your trunk, move it to the right, move it down to the left, move it down to the right, down to the left.
Right. Yeah. Jennifer says yes. Zach said good night. We have to get rest before all of the snow that's coming their way.
Oh, yes, I know.
As soon as they get it, then we're going to get it.
Yes, I know.
And here we are again, making another tree, everyone.
Another happy tree.
Right, another happy tree. Don't be upset with your trees. Just keep tapping.
So light pressure, a little bit at a time, always working from the trunk. We're going to add a couple of layers of color in there, so don't stress. Don't worry.
Yes, like Kathy says, layered like an onion. But this should never make you cry.
Oh.
Onions are delicious and evil at the same time.
That's so funny. That's so true. I never heard that phrase. Thank you for the new one.
Yeah, that's a good one. And thank you, Melissa. She says, you're welcome. I'm just watching along tonight, and we'll try to paint sometime tomorrow or this week.
Sounds good.
You know you can do it anytime you like.
Anytime you want. All right, so I used up a lot of my green, almost all my green that I had. So I think I'm going to grab, you can grab a tiny bit of brown, or I may kind of test this like weird brown thing that I made here. So we just want a darker color, a little bit of a darker color. Again, everybody has different paints, so I'm using primary colors. A lot of my colors are a little bit transparent.
Yes.
Especially my blue and yellow together. They're both a little bit transparent. So that's why you're seeing some of the things like my river underneath it. So we're going to just layer colors, okay? I'm going to use that light brown color that we made. Coming down my trunk again.
Awesome.
Okay. And then do that using that same technique. A little out to the side, a little to the right, a little to the left.
Just light
Just
tapping.
tapping.
And what color is that?
Okay, this is that kind of that weird green color that I made actually, which is sort of brown. So all that was adding a little bit more of that brown to the green that we had already.
Okay, because you ran out of your green.
Yep, so it's okay, I'm going
So you
right
see
to the
that?
next color.
She ran out of her green, and she just said, I'm just going to take that brown that I made when I was trying to make that greener brown, and I'll just use that.
We're going to the next one. So right down our trunk. Right down our trunk.
Okay.
Okay, and again, with the corner first.
Corners.
Down to the right, down to the left.
And you're just going side to side. Going down. And you're tapping over some of that green.
Yep, right over it.
All right, so we're going to give somebody else an opportunity
Go
to
ahead.
get on the spinner, okay?
Do it. We got more colors coming up, so go
I'm
for
gonna ask
it.
a quick little question.
Go ahead.
When did Bob Ross drop out of school?
He dropped out of school?
You didn't know he dropped out of school? Then this should be a great question because you don't know it. When did Bob Ross drop out of school? First answer gets a spot on the spinner tomorrow.
10th grade.
When did Bob Ross drop out of school? Brandy Solomon Sykes says,
Hi, Brandy.
I will be painting tomorrow.
Okay.
Had to do some crafting for my 2-year-old's birthday.
Aww.
Middle school. When did Bob Ross drop out of school?
What year? You want
Not
a year?
not what his age was.
Okay.
Not what his age was.
What grade?
What grade did Bob Ross drop out of school?
What grade?
I see people got answers in here,
Okay.
but I don't see the. Oh, I got the answer. Let me make sure that's the first person.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby.
Yes. Let me write down the first person's name. But you can still put your answers in. But we have a winner. Okay.
Hi, boy. Hi.
All right. There's plenty of answers here, and they're wrong. But I have one person that has the answer right. Let me see if somebody else got the answer right. And I didn't mean his age. I meant what grade. Okay, here we go. Bob Ross dropped out of school in the 9th grade.
Oh.
The winner is Sharon Kamasi Devine.
Awesome. Good
She
job,
got it in
Sharon.
first.
Very good.
Good job, everybody.
All right, I know this is going to be a little bit scary. Same brush. We're going to rinse and dry. Actually, you don't even really have to rinse and dry if you don't want to, but we're going to grab a tiny, teeny bit of black on that brush.
A tiny, teeny,
Tiny. I want you to tap in there a little bit and then tap it off. Almost take it all off.
So Laura Pittman says, so how often do you dress up as Bob Ross?
That was the first and probably the only time.
Oh, I do it on occasions without Jennifer knowing.
Right?
I sort of like the afro.
Oh my god.
Usually when she goes out on long trips, then I do it. I walk around here dressed up as Bob Ross
Oh
in the
my
house.
gosh. Alright, so with that teeny tiny bit of black, we're going to go ahead and tap in there. So it doesn't have to be throughout the whole tree. Okay, it doesn't have to be throughout the whole tree.
So the teeny tiny black you're putting through the tree, but not the whole tree.
I'm kind of coming right over the trunk a bit.
Oh, so you keep it close to the trunk.
And then I'm just going to bring a couple of those little branches, just a few of them,
With the black.
with that black.
I'm zoomed in. I see the little branches you're making with the black. But you see how she's doing that? She's just tapping real lightly and real fast.
So a little bit of paint at a time though, okay?
Because that black goes everywhere.
So we have some black in there for some shadows in our tree.
See, so the more you put in it, the more detail, the more things you're going to have in your tree. So if you don't like the tree at first, try a little bit more. Try putting a little bit more something in it.
Alright, I'm going to come over here and do this one too. Okay. Sorry. Oh. Right down.
Yeah, Lauren says, I really think this week the camera skills are way better. I remember some focus issues on the Gilmore Girls, and this has been pretty pristine. On point, Mr. Ross.
Good job. Good job.
I don't know. Jennifer's going pretty quick. I've been trying to keep up with her. I don't know what happened in Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, there might have been some issues with the camera.
No, that was the day that we were having that, whatever the resolution or whatever on your side. We couldn't figure out how to switch
sharpen it up.
Right.
Right. I don't know what happened there.
But it was great for some people, and other people it just wasn't
just
working
bad,
for
bad
it.
picture.
It was weird. All right, I'm rinsing and drying. So we have a green. We have a slightly darker green. We have some black in there. Last color for now
All right.
is a little bit of yellow.
A little bit of yellow.
A little bit of yellow.
Yeah, Vicky Machado Burke says, mine definitely is a tribute because my trees are looking camo.
It's okay.
It's okay.
My trees are a little camo. Just wait till we put snow on them. It's all right.
That's right. We're going to put snow on them.
All right, with that yellow, we're going to add some of that yellow in there too.
Just like you did the black. So you're going to just tap it going up all the way down the tree.
Yep, we're kind of doing some zigzags here.
Little zigzags.
So right down, back and forth.
All right, I'm zooming in. Yeah, now Laura Sullivan says, Mark, do you have Sesame Street on the list? Yes, we do. We had some of the characters on the list.
I know. Did have
There's
a couple
Big
of those.
Bird. There's Kermit.
Yeah, I
there's,
kind of wanted to do the Kermit with the T.
Right. But then there was somebody else. Was it Grover? No, Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster.
And even somebody said Oscar.
Well, that's because, no, there was something that I painted that somebody said, oh, it looks like Oscar,
Looks like Oscar the Grouch.
I don't remember what it was, but. All right, so we got all of our colors in our trees. We're gonna,
Yes, Angela, Scooby-Doo's already on the list.
Angela, girl after my heart. I know, I really like Scooby too.
Yeah, she's
I
a
like
Scooby fan.
Scooby.
I wasn't a Scooby fan.
I know. All right, guys, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
You're going to put snow on those trees, aren't you?
We will in a few minutes.
Because you like snow.
We're going to give that a second or so to dry. We want to create a little bit of a kind of our snowbanks down here. Finish up with some shadowing of our trees. So for those of you that were not happy with the little trees that you made,
Yeah.
you can go back over and add your greens if you want to. Adding a touch of white to that will help cover if you want to cover. Or when we do the snow, you can cover them with snow too.
You can cover those trees with
Same.
snow, see? So you
Okay.
can cover them up. That's
All with your
another
taps.
idea.
All with your taps.
And then see what happens at the end and see how it looks.
That's right. All right. So, shadowing. All right. So, since these trees are kind of a lot bigger than what I have going on down here as far as shadowing,
Yeah.
I want to tap in a little bit of shadowing down there. So, I'm going to take, we're going to make a little bit of a light gray again. So, with that large flat brush, just kind of mixing a little bit of light gray.
Mel says, what do we do with the black and yellow in the trees?
So same thing, we're just kind of going back over, okay? So with the black, very little at a time, light pressure, just back and forth. So always come to your, I was going to say your stem.
Your tree
The
trunk.
trunk. So always come back to the trunk. Come down to the left, come back over to your trunk, go down to the right a little, come back to your trunk. Okay, it's always like your base.
So you zigzag it.
Yep, because your branches all come from your base.
You're going to go zigzag all the way down
Yeah,
the tree.
pretty much. So back and forth. Okay, so my light gray, okay, I just want to tap some shadows down in our snow where our trees are. Okay, so it's the kind of the shadow of the tree here. So we're doing the same thing, only it's sort of the shadow.
Just the shadow of the tree.
Just the shadow of the tree.
I'm zooming in for that. And it's tapping.
Just light taps, just like we did our tree.
You're just making a shadow
Yep, that's all.
in the shape of the tree.
Yep, backwards.
Backwards.
Okay, nothing needs to be perfect here. There's
It's not about perfection. It's all
No.
about expression.
nothing needs to be perfect here. We're just kind of creating a little bit of a shadow effect
Right. It doesn't have to look just like the tree.
for those trees. And then we're gonna grab same brush.
Yeah.
We're gonna tap with a little bit of this light blue that we made
The little light blue that you made.
and a little bit of that white.
And a little bit of that white.
Okay. So I kind of have a lot loaded on here. And that's okay because we're going to kind of work into our snowbank down here.
Okay.
So I'm
We're gonna
gonna-
work into the snowbank.
And we're going to tap right over our tree. So right over the base of our tree line here.
Oh, okay. With that blue and that light blue and that.
Okay. So we can come right down.
So you're just tapping like a little mound of snow over it.
Yep.
All with taps.
Yep. So I'm going to start with that. And then I'm going to just grab a little bit more white to sort of fade it out into the snow.
So now you're gonna
As
get
you go
some
down.
white, but you didn't rinse your brush. You didn't rinse
Right.
your brush.
I'm not rinsing or drying.
So you just tapped a little white on that brush, and now you're gonna do the base of the snow.
Yep. So it just kind of fades out toward the bottom of our canvas.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, so again, we're going to grab a little bit of that white and blue. Let's make a little snow mound over here.
Just a reminder for
Just
everybody.
tapping.
Just a reminder. Oh, hold on. I gotta back out so they can see that
Oh,
part.
sorry.
You're moving so fast for me. Okay, let me go back up. All right, because you just did the mound for your other tree.
Yep.
By tapping. So you covered the bases of the trees with snow.
Yep.
Now, I was just going to give everybody a reminder that this Thursday, February 4th, we're doing Time for Wine. And then on the 5th, we're doing Smitten with Mittens with Bernie Sanders. Okay?
After this gray, I just, again, grab the white to sort of fade it down into the rest of the snow here. That's all. Go ahead.
Both start times are 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? That's Time for Wine, February 4th. Make sure you have a bottle of wine.
Yeah, we're gonna
Something
share.
to drink. We're gonna share. We're gonna drink.
You're gonna send us your picture.
Well, Jennifer's gonna drink and paint, and we're gonna have a good time on a self-care Thursday with wine. And then that Friday night, we're doing Smitten with Mittens with Bernie Sanders. And then after that, the next Thursday, self-care Thursday, is February 11th, 8 p.m. We'll be doing the Sunrise Orcas. Okay, Sunrise Orcas, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, February 11th. And then that Sunday, February 14th, we'll be back at the Lehigh Valley Zoo, resuming our Zoom with the Zoo series. And this time we'll be painting with Bean the Sloth.
Yay!
And Bean will
Be
be
painting
painting
with us.
with Jennifer.
All right, while you have that white, this time we're gonna do the snow on our trees. Okay, so this time I do want you to kind of load up the end of that brush.
Now you want to load up that
Now
brush.
we kind of want to load up the end of the brush.
With what?
With white. So
With white?
I didn't rinse and dry once I finished with my little snowbanks. Okay, I'm just grabbing some white.
And you're going to put snow on your trees now.
So I'm going to pick and choose some branches. I'm not going to do the entire tree this time.
Okay.
All right, it's just wherever you think some snow would lay.
Just like that. That's all you had to do.
Yep, just tapping that snow in there. So let's put it on a little branch over here.
You see how she's doing that?
You can put some snow on a little branch
She's
here.
just tapping on it sideways.
Okay.
She's not doing any brush strokes.
No brush strokes.
She's just tapping.
So if you want,
she did a little corner right there.
right. So if you want a small little branch, you're going to do that little corner. If you
But
want
if you want a long branch,
bigger branch, then we're going to kind of come down with that, with the bigger side.
very interesting.
Right. So we're just going to lay some snow on the top of some of our branches.
Yeah, so Laura Sullivan says, mine will be time for whiskey.
There you go.
I don't drink wine.
That's right. It's okay.
That's all right.
Jameson, I forget what kind we were talking about last time. All right, we got some little branches with some snow on here.
All right.
Awesome. So again, you guys that
You want to put snow on those trees in the background?
I keep talking to those people
That
that
you
aren't
didn't
happy
like?
with those trees.
Right, that they didn't like, you can cover those trees up with snow. That's a great idea.
All right, we'll get some snow on some of these branches here.
Oh, cool, Laura. I will write that down right next to where I got Sesame Street written down.
What you got?
She says, can you please note that Big Bird and Oscar be done as a tribute to Carol Spinney.
Carol's.
Yes, he was the puppeteer for both for many years, and he
gotcha.
passed away last year. So I'll put Carol's name
You guys
in
know
there.
that Jenna's not a Muppet, so I'm not a puppet Muppet fan.
I am.
I know.
I love Sesame Street.
The only thing that I can say, which I think somebody's heard me say before, the only Muppets or puppet show that I ever liked, that I loved,
Yeah.
was Fraggle Rock. And I know that that was a Jim Henson thing.
Yeah, I
Fraggle
wasn't a Fraggle Rock person.
Of course not.
I liked everything but Fraggle Rock.
See, we're so opposite.
But I mean, I came before you, so I saw all of them as they developed into. Okay, because I go back as far as Bozo the Clown. Okay, I used to watch Bozo the Clown.
Oh my goodness.
Wonderama with Bob McAllister. Okay, and then it was Sesame Street, Electric Company, Zoom.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so while you have that white on your brush, I want you to tap off just a little bit so we don't have a ton of white on there. So just tap it off on your plate somewhere. If you feel more comfortable rinsing and drying and just going back to grab some more white, that's fine too. We want to come along the edge of our river, so the inside of this river with our rocks, and we're just going to tap some of that white right along the inside of our river and our rocks. And that's just the water splashing up against the rocks because it's moving fast, right?
Valerie Sloan is drinking Dr. Pepper.
There you go.
That's all good.
That's right. Whatever it takes, girl. I've never mixed Dr. Pepper with anything that I could think
Mel
of.
says, can we go over the big tree trunk shadows again?
Sure. Big tree trunk. Once I did the big tree trunk,
Yeah.
I used first a highlight of a light yellow. So I took a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white, just came along the inside of the trunk. So like your light source is coming from the center, inside of each one. And then I rinsed and dried and just grabbed a little bit of black and went on the outside of each one. That's all.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all. So I'm just now tapping that white right along the edge of those rocks in our water, all the way down to the outside. Both sides we're going to do.
Okay, but Melanie Allen is saying, yeah, I loved Bozo and the grand prize.
The grand prize. Oh, man.
But you got a lot of people on here say they loved Fraggle Rock.
Oh, good. Say.
Trash heap song.
Yes, the trash heap has spoken. Yeah. Yep. dun, 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 dun. Oh, I might get in trouble with Facebook, right? I can't do that. Not that it's going to recognize my voice singing a song.
Oh, my goodness. Angela Diddles Allen says, I love Sesame Street.
Okay.
For my son's 18th birthday,
18?
I surprised him with a Sesame Street party.
I
love it. Yeah, I can imagine. That was awesome.
And then if you happen to put some rocks inside your water, we're going to tap some white around the bottom edge of those as well. So the water's going around it and splashing too.
See, now they're all talking about shows that they watched as they were growing up. Like Laura says, I watched The Polka Dot Door.
I don't know that one.
Sesame Street and Mr. Dress Up.
I don't know any of those guys.
Okay, so I go back farther than that. I used to watch the New Zoo Review, and I used to watch The Secret Garden. Okay, I used to watch The Bugaloos.
Lost me. All right. How you guys doing? You guys all right?
Marie Hall Sexton says, my dog looks like Sprocket from Fraggle Rock.
Oh, Sprocket. Oh, love Sprocket.
Mel says, what's at the bottom of the tree trunks?
The bottom of the tree trunks. So once you get to the bottom of these tree trunks, we're going to tap in. She must have watched on, she must have paused it.
Yes.
So maybe she just kind of
She
sped
didn't
it
see
up.
that you put the snow on the bottom.
Yeah, so I just used that large flat brush. I tapped in a little bit of white and a little bit of blue. Little bit of blue. And then tapped right over the bottom. Just little snow banks here. And then as I kind of came down toward the bottom of my snow, I just started adding white to sort of fade it into the bottom of my snow.
Yes.
Same thing on both sides. I'm going to switch up my brushes. Go to my medium round brush again. And then we're going to add some snow on top of some of those little rocks.
Okay.
Okay, so every once in a while we'll just add a little touch of snow on those little rocks.
Just a touch of white?
Yep, just a touch of white right on the top edge of those
Yes, Valerie
little
Sloan.
rocks.
Romper Room.
I
remember Romper Room.
I did watch that one. I'll say that. I did watch Romper Room.
All right, see, yes, Laura. She says, that sounds awesome. As a kid, my brother and I would stop playing with our toys when Cookie Monster or Ernie came on.
Aw.
There was certain
Certain
characters
characters.
that you just stopped what you were doing when they showed up. When they came on the TV. Cookie Monster was one of them.
Yeah, I was just not a Muppet puppet fan. I don't know. The other one that I liked that was like a Muppet puppet thing was Alf. That was,
I used to love Alf too.
You know.
I used to watch Alf all the time too. Joanne Gilligan Bojiak says, howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
Yeah, I saw some howdy doody, yes.
All right. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it for those. So if you want to add snow to your painting, okay, there's a couple different ways to go about doing that. You can always just grab a little tiny bit of white paint at a time, tap it in there, light brush strokes or light pressure, just tapping little things in there. You can use the back of your brush if you want to tap some snow in there. You can also use something like a, I use a, oh my gosh, I can't see it.
What?
I don't have it in front of me. I think it's over there.
What?
It's by you, the stencil brush. So we use a stiff stencil brush. It's in the red Solo cup.
This one?
That one, yep. Toss. Did not catch. Ugh. Ow!
Yes, Angela Diddles Allen. Yes, HR Puffin stuff. I watch that religiously every Saturday morning with Witchy Poo and the Golden Flute.
Oh my gosh. So to create that splatter effect, what you would do is dunk it in your white paint, press it down in there, and when you rinse your toothbrush in the morning and you kind of rinse it off,
Yeah.
and the water splashes everywhere, that's the effect that you're gonna have. You're gonna dunk it in your white, you're gonna tap it in there, your hands are gonna get messy, you're gonna kind of brush it like you're gonna rinse off your brush, and the white will splatter on there for you.
Okay.
It's messy, so be forewarned. That's why I'm not going to do it tonight because I have a lot of, I have a new Bob Ross shirt on. I have new jeans on. I have my Schitt's Creek stuff ready.
And she knows from experience
And I'm
because the
not-
last time she did it, it was all over the place.
So I'm not going to flip my paint everywhere.
And there was some people that painted with us that did the exact same thing, and you could see it.
So I'm just going to very lightly start
Just
adding teeny
tap it.
little dots of snow in there.
all right. I'll zoom in
Or
so
stars.
you can see that.
They could be snow, they could be stars. You want to add the, little shooting star in there. Want to add a little shooting star? Let's add a little shooting star. So we'll just a little dot here and then just sort of pull away. So a little dot and then pull away. A couple little shooting stars.
That's right. Send your pictures to dear old Captain Noah. That's right, Mr. Captain
Send
Kangaroo.
your pictures. You had to send your
Captain
pictures.
Kangaroo and Mr. Green Jeans. That's right. I used to watch that before I went to school in the morning. Angela says, "Oh my God, I forgot about Witchy Poo." Yeah, I was always one of those like the villain type kids, especially witches. Joanne says, "Where do you splatter?"
So you can do the entire thing if you want to. You can cover the whole thing in splatter. If you want to try and just do the top half, you can just do the top half, but it's totally up to you. Once you see the effect that it has, you can do a nice light layer or you can keep going. I don't know if you want to zoom on that one a little bit to show them what that splatter looks like, but it is a little bit, I'm going to say it's a little messy. It's just messy, period.
I'll zoom in on it so they can see the splatter.
Make sure you have, covered workspace that,
I don't know. Can they barely see the splatter? I'm all the way zoomed in.
yeah.
Yeah, they could. I don't know. Maybe they could see the splatter. I don't know. It's hard for me to see it. I'm going up and down, go back up into the sky, so they could see where the splatter all ended up.
There you go. So
All
we
right,
got some.
then I'll back out again, and I'll bring both pictures in.
Very good. So after you splatter, and that's always enjoyable when we want to be messy, the last thing we'll ask you to do is, of course, to sign and date your painting. So I usually just do my initials in the bottom right or bottom left.
Kathy says, my 3-year-old son is obsessed with Disney villains.
Okay.
He loves Maleficent
Oh,
and pretends to be her all day long.
We need to do a Maleficent. I know. We definitely have to do a Maleficent painting.
Okay, we got that on the list.
Yeah, I know. It's up there.
Angela says, thank you. I had so
You're
much fun.
welcome.
Happy birthday, Mark. Thank you,
Aw.
everybody, for wishing me a happy birthday.
Awesome.
I appreciate it. Yes. Trudy Searson Trowinski says, thanks for a great night.
You're welcome, guys. Remember, take a picture of your painting, and we'd love to see you with your painting holding it.
And please send it. Put it on our Facebook page where there's a post up there telling them where to put the picture.
Right. So in the Facebook event, there is a picture of our setup, and it says, please, reminder, post your photos here in the comments. The other thing that I put in there was the link to the virtual tip jar, which has a picture of, it says Bob Ross swag spinner spot or something.
Okay.
Just so that we can kind of separate those out among all the other things that are coming in. We've run into a couple that were like, I tipped it, I didn't see my name. So I'm trying to make sure that I get everybody. So that's just an easier way for us to
All right,
do
and
that.
then we've got our winners tonight for the spinner tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll put you
It's
guys on
Faith
there too.
Steinberg, Brandy Barrick, Jennifer Dietrich, / Zach, Kathy Reinhardt,
Awesome.
and Sharon Kamasi Devine. You all are going to be on the spinner tomorrow.
That's right. We'll add you on there tomorrow. We cannot wait to see your paintings.
Yes, Laura, I already wrote it down.
Uh-oh.
She says maybe you guys could do a Canadian kids TV shows paint night.
Ooh.
Yes, we'll do the research on it and get help from you.
Yeah, tell us which ones, because I mean...
Yeah, message Jennifer some of her favorite TV shows, and we'll look them up and look at them on YouTube or wherever we can find them.
Absolutely.
And then we'll come up with an idea on what Canadian TV shows we contribute and paint on a night.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love that.
Writing it down. What time is the spinner thingy?
Spinner thingy tomorrow. Let's do maybe 5 p.m.
5 p.m. spinner?
Yeah, give me a range, like 5 to 6. How's that?
5 to 6.
I usually set up a reminder on the page itself, not in the event, to just say, just a reminder, we're going to go live for spinners at whatever time.
All right, 5 to 6.
Sometime the day gets away from me.
I'll remind you.
But we're going to do, so if you did do the koi pond with us yesterday, or the koi fish with us on Thursday, right?
Yes.
What's today?
Thursday. Today's Saturday.
What did we do yesterday? Did I do one yesterday?
Koi pond. No, yesterday nothing.
Oh, no, we did, but it was a private one.
We did the scouts yesterday.
So, yes, we also do offer private Zoom events. We do this with you and your private group or your personal group, whether it's a birthday party, whether it is your workplace, you're doing team building events, if it's just a bunch of girlfriends, if it's family all over the place.
That's right.
We do offer this as a private Zoom event just for your group.
We have just as much fun doing the private as we do with you guys on Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays.
We definitely do. It's
we
awesome.
have fun every time. We love joining with you. We love getting people together and paint and have fun and sip.
Always.
Joke around and have a good time.
That's right.
Yes. Mel, I got the pond hockey ice skating rink.
Okay, somebody else asked me for hockey too. Okay.
It's that time of the season.
Where's my snowman in the ice hockey rink?
Uh-huh.
I did a snowman playing hockey. No, I didn't. I did a snowman playing soccer, but it looked like hockey with the size goal that I made.
Oh.
That's what it was. We are not sports people.
Deanne and Abby's going to ask if these were the Girl Scout cookie paintings.
Oh, yes. Do you see them?
Yeah, right down there in the lower right.
Let me move my butt out of the way.
Right there, right behind Jennifer.
Yes, we are.
Those are the Girl Scout cookie paintings down at the bottom.
We're going to do Girl Scout pop art. So if you know a leader, if you know a troop leader, mother, den thing, why don't I know the right terms, guys? We'll be posting that this weekend. If it's not going to happen tonight. I'm super duper tired. Okay. It'll happen tomorrow.
That looks like a Keebler fudge stripe.
Well,
but I know it's not.
It's a Samoa.
I know it's a Samoa. But
Yummy.
It looks like a Keebler fudge stripe.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one because I love coconut. All things coconut.
Yep. And then behind that, we've got the bike.
The bike is finally posted, guys.
The bike is posted on our Facebook event section.
It is a Paint It Forward event, so there is a small fee for that one.
The parrot is February 25th.
Yep.
At 7 p.m. That's a Thursday, Self-Care Thursday.
It's kind of funny. It looks like it connects and the parrot's riding the bike.
Yeah, it does.
Or maybe I've just drank a little too much.
All right, then up to the top there on the right-hand side, you see the mask. That's for Mardi Gras. That's February 16th, Tuesday night, Fat Tuesday, 8 p.m. We'll be on here painting.
Stop, rascal.
The ruby slippers underneath. Dorothy's ruby slippers will be on March 19th, Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right? Rascal knows what time it is. He knows it's time for her to be done because she said everybody can sign and date their paintings. So then he gets right up under her and he looks up at her and says like, you just said
It's time.
You just said sign and take the painting.
Yes. Yes, I did.
It's time.
I did.
You just said send in your photos. I heard.
Yes.
He knows that language.
I did. Say, we still have Rascals in the swag shop, and we're still giving out Valentine's treats to our pet dogs, right? Yes, you're giving puppy treats to your friends.
Now, Brandy Barrett says, I'm not seeing how we send our picture of ourselves with our finished painting to you.
So in the Facebook event for tonight's event, go through the event discussion. In the event discussion, you're going to see a photo of my setup. And it'll say, post your photo as a comment here. And that's where you can put those photos.
So when you go to the Moses page, you look on the left and you'll see the word events. You click on that word events. And then it's going to give you a list of the things that we did today. And it's going to give you a list of the things that we're about to do. And you scroll down and you see Bob Ross tribute.
Right.
Click on that. And then you'll see the Bob Ross page will come up. And then you'll see discussion.
Click on discussion.
You click on discussion. And then you'll see this picture with the posting where Jennifer's talking about this is where to put your photo.
Yep, it's a picture.
Your photo goes in the comment section.
Yeah, it's a picture of the studio when I just set up this morning or whatever, right before we started. And it says, post those photos here.
All right.
All right.
So Heather McGinnis Mayer says, this was so much fun.
Aw, good, Heather.
Other than a fairy house I painted a few months ago, this was my first actual painting attempt.
Aww.
And my 5-year-old enjoyed herself for the entire first hour.
Good job.
That's a record.
Listen, you know what? We know the kiddos, it takes a while. And we had, we were chitty-chatty here before we got started,
that's
too.
What happened. Yeah, exactly.
So an hour is pretty good for a 5-year-old. That's a great...
And Kathy Reinhardt says, Elena says she loves your paintings and you guys.
Aw, I love you too, Elena.
Yes. Yep, found it. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you, everybody, for joining us. We had a lot of fun. We were looking forward to this for, about a month?
Oh, for a while.
A little bit longer than that.
For a while.
Yeah. So Bob Ross says thank you. Mark says thank you. Rascal says thank you because he's getting his mommy back.
Here he comes to you.
Yeah. Yeah, he's letting you know. Let's go, mommy.
And, of course, thank you from us. You guys know you come as a guest, you leave as a friend. So thank you to all of our friends for joining us tonight.
Remember, the spinners are tomorrow. Thanks to our winners.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. We love you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Oh, my.